If you're hunting for the EGO Leaf Blower LB7654 and hoping it's the ultimate solution for your yard cleanup, stick around because I'm about to reveal some surprising truths about this popular blower. I tested it extensively, and while it promises power up to 765 CFM and speeds reaching 200 mph, but here's what surprised me. It's not all smooth sailing with this high-priced gadget. In fact, some of its features might make you think twice before clicking buy. But instead of a typical rave, I'll dive deep into the gritty details, both good and bad, so you can make an informed decision that suits your outdoor needs perfectly. If you think cordless means hassle-free, or that high power means flawless performance, think again. However, there's a twist I bet you didn't expect. This blower also shines in ways gas-powered blowers can't match. So, before you throw your money down on this $359 device, here's everything you need to know about the EGO Leaf Blower LB7654, including some quirks that could affect your experience big time. Let's jump into who this blower is really for. If you're a homeowner with a medium to large yard, tired of dragging around noisy gas blowers or short-lived battery gadgets, you probably want a reliable electric leaf blower that blends power, runtime, and comfort. The EGO LB7654 seems designed for you, with its promise of up to 90 minutes of runtime on a single 5.0 Ah battery, variable speed control, and turbo mode to tackle tough messes. But does it live up to all this hype once it's in your hands? Stick around as I tell you what works, what doesn't, and what you might want to consider before investing. Let me start with the blower's power and performance. On paper, the 765 CFM air volume combined with air speeds maxing out at 200 mph sounds impressive. More than enough to blow through wet leaves, grass clippings, even small rocks and light snow. Thanks to EGO's turbine fan engineering, inspired by aeronautics, the LB7654 aims to punch above its weight class, claiming to outperform some premium gas models. When I tested it on a damp autumn morning, it did power through leaves that were stubbornly stuck on my driveway. So, if you're after raw power in a cordless unit, the turbo mode really makes a difference. Enough blast to handle crusty clumps of debris that normally require multiple passes. However, this power doesn't come without quirks. The turbo mode is loud, louder than you might expect from a battery blower. While it's still quieter than gas models, the sound spikes noticeably when you kick into the highest speed, which users with noise-sensitive neighbors might want to consider. Also, this high power drains the battery faster. Although the listed runtime is up to 90 minutes, that estimate only holds true if you're cruising at lower speeds. Hit turbo mode too often, and that runtime drops sharply, sometimes to 30 or 40 minutes depending on the load. So it's not quite an all-day ticket, especially if your yard is large and demanding. Now let's talk runtime and battery life, because this is the heart of any battery-powered tool. The EGO LB7654 includes a 5.0 Ah 56V arc lithium battery that boasts fast charging in just 70 minutes. That's a definite win if you hate waiting around, and it's compatible with all other EGO power tools, which is great if you're already invested in their ecosystem. However, a surprising issue some users flagged, including myself, is the performance dip as the battery life wanes. Near the tail end of a charge, the blower struggles a bit to maintain peak power, so if you're clearing a big yard, you might need a second battery or some patience. Additionally, the battery and charger add to the overall weight, tipping the scale beyond some comparable models. People with wrist or arm issues might find the blower heavier during extended use. The ergonomic design does help with balance and comfort, but after an hour plus of blowing, you'll definitely feel it. So if you're older or want something ultra-lightweight for quick cleanups, this might not be your best pick. Speaking of control, the variable speed cruise control dial is a nifty feature that lets you dial in from 260 up to 580 CFM. This gives you more finesse over the air power, whether you're tidying flower beds or sweeping driveways. That said, the dial isn't the smoothest. Adjusting airflow mid-use can feel a bit too sensitive or jerky. It's like trying to tune a radio with gloves on. You get the idea, but the precision isn't perfect. Still, having that adjustable speed beats fixed-speed blowers hands down. Next up on the essentials list, nozzles and accessories. The LB7654 ships with two types, tapered and spread nozzles. The tapered nozzle is great for delivering concentrated blast to dislodge stuck debris, while the spread nozzle spreads out airflow for broader clearing. This versatility means you're set for different yard challenges, from narrow paths to open lawns. Honestly, that's one of the better accessory packages I've seen bundled with a blower. Most come with just one nozzle. But here's a funny thought. If you want to clear snow with this blower, like the product description hints, be ready for some patience. It tackles light, powdery snow well but struggles if the snow's thick or packed. Don't expect to replace your snow shovel with this anytime soon unless your snowfalls are pretty mild. I tried this on a chilly day, and while it was kind of fun, it wasn't a serious substitute for a snow blower. Now, before you get the impression it's all downhill, let's look at build quality and warranty. The EGO LB7654 feels solid in hand, with a brushless motor that promises lower vibration and longer lifespan. This is a legit upgrade over brushed motors that can sputter out after a few seasons. Plus, EGO backs this blower with an impressive 5-year tool warranty and 3-year battery warranty, which says a lot about their confidence in durability. That peace of mind might be worth the premium price alone. Speaking of cost, at $359, this blower isn't cheap. Yes, it delivers gas-quality performance without the noise and fumes, but it's an investment. If your yard needs don't justify pushing this much power daily, a cheaper model might fit better. Also, remember that batteries wear out over time, and replacements add to your costs down the line. So make sure you're truly going to leverage this machine's strengths, or your wallet might feel the leaf blower blues. Here's a quick joke to lighten the mood. Why did the leaf blower break up with the rake? Because it couldn't handle the blow back. Okay, a little cheesy, but it nails the frustration some users feel when gadgets don't quite meet expectations. Let's touch on user reviews because real-world feedback often sharpens the picture. Most reviews, with an average rating of 4.4 stars, highlight the blower's power and runtime as strong points. People love how quiet it is compared to gas blowers and appreciate the quick charging. But there are consistent gripes about the weight, battery drainage on turbo mode, and occasional nozzle fit issues. Some also mention the blower's inefficiency with heavy, wet debris in extreme conditions. It's not a miracle worker. Here's another mini promise. If you're after an eco-friendly blower that cuts down on gas fumes and maintenance fuss, keep watching, because this might be the green machine worth your attention. However, if you want a blower that's featherlight, silent, and eternal while blitzing your leaves in 10 minutes flat, well, no product is perfect, and this one walks the line. Now, imagine this. You're halfway through your autumn yard cleanup. The sun's setting, you're tired, and your old gas blower just won't start without a dozen pulls. Enter the EGO LB7654, smooth startup, no fumes and manageable noise. You can finally finish the job and even tweak the airflow thanks to the cruise control dial. It feels like a breath of fresh air, pun intended. Yet, after pushing turbo mode to clear stubborn clumps, your battery warns you it's time to recharge. It's not perfect, but it's a game changer compared to your old blower. Before we wrap it up, a couple more jokes for the road. What do you call a leaf blower that tells jokes? A pun-dareful machine. And one more, why did the battery break up with the charger? Because it found someone more positive to connect with. All right, enough corniness, back to business. In conclusion, the EGO Leaf Blower LB7654 is a powerhouse cordless blower with impressive airflow and speeds, excellent battery life relative to its class, and thoughtful nozzle versatility. It's best suited for homeowners who want a reliable, eco-friendly alternative to noisy gas blowers, have medium to large properties, and already possibly own other EGO tools for battery interchangeability. However, it's not perfect. The turbo mode shortens battery life drastically. It's heavier than some competitors, and it can struggle a bit with heavy, wet debris or thick snow. Also, the $359 price tag is on the premium side, but the solid build and lengthy warranties help justify it. So, is the EGO Leaf Blower LB7654 worth buying? If you value power, eco-friendliness, and long runtime in a cordless design, and you don't mind paying a bit extra for quality and peace of mind, absolutely yes. But if you want something super lightweight or mostly tackle light leaf blowing, cheaper or lighter models might serve you better. For the best price on Amazon, check out the link in the description below. Prices can shift fast, so act quickly if this blower fits your needs. Thanks for sticking through this honest review. I hope it helps you pick the perfect leaf blower and stay ahead of yard work with less stress and more power.